What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Tech Nexus. Today, we are looking at a massive move in the AI race that targets something almost all of us use every single day: Office software. Google just announced a major upgrade to Workspace, where Gemini is now deeply integrated into Docs, Sheets, Slides, and Google Drive, turning them into fully AI-native productivity tools. And the timing here is not a coincidence. This happened right after Microsoft pushed its own update integrating Claude into their Office suite. Clearly, both of these massive tech giants are racing to turn our everyday productivity software into completely AI-powered environments. Google's strategy here is incredibly simple, but powerful. Instead of forcing you to open separate AI tools or chat windows, Gemini now appears directly inside the apps where your work already happens. And when you look at the scale of Workspace, you understand why this matters so much. Around 300 million people actively use Google Workspace, and Google's broader ecosystem reaches roughly 3 billion users globally. So, when Google changes how these tools work, it does not just affect a small niche group of tech enthusiasts. It potentially reshapes how Office work happens across the entire world. Right now, the new Gemini-powered features are rolling out to users on Google AI Pro and Ultra plans. The direction is absolutely clear. Workspace is turning into what Google is officially calling an AI-native Office suite. Let us start with Google Docs, because that is where this new AI experience becomes very obvious. Instead of starting from a blank page every single time, you can now generate entire documents with a single instruction. And the AI does not just invent random content. It pulls real context from your emails, your files, and even the web. With the new system, you can type something like, "Write a community newsletter using my meeting minutes and the event list from January." Within seconds, Gemini produces a full draft. What is happening behind the scenes is pretty powerful. The system actively scans your Google Drive files, Gmail messages, and relevant web information. Then it builds the document using real data connected to your account. Once the draft is generated, you can refine it through natural instructions. You might ask the AI to shorten certain sections, expand details, or reorganize the structure. Google also introduced something called match writing style. A very common complaint about AI writing is that it sounds robotic or does not match how people normally write. This new feature actually analyzes your past documents and adjusts the generated text so it perfectly resembles your personal writing style. Another massive addition is match document format. Let us say you have a travel itinerary template you normally use. Gemini can scan your emails, extract information like flight bookings, hotel reservations, and car rentals, and then automatically place those exact details inside your template. So instead of manually copying and pasting information from different sources, the AI assembles the entire document structure for you. Moving over to Google Slides, this also received a major upgrade. A lot of people say presentations are the most painful part of Office work. Structuring slides, writing content, formatting layouts, and choosing colors can easily take hours. Now, you can simply describe the presentation you want. If you type something like, "Create a 5-page presentation for my upcoming trip to Tokyo," Gemini generates the entire slide deck. It pulls context from emails, files, and online information to build the slides from scratch. If you are not satisfied with the result, you can just ask the AI to adjust things. For example, you can tell it to make the colors more suitable for your brand style, shorten the wording, or completely change the overall layout. Instead of building presentations manually, you are basically directing the AI like your own personal creative assistant. Now, let us move to Google Sheets, which honestly is where a lot of people struggle the most. Spreadsheets are incredibly powerful tools, but designing them can be really confusing. Many people do not know how to structure tables, what columns they need, or which formulas should exist. Well, Gemini can now design the entire spreadsheet structure for you. For example, you might type something like, "Organize my itinerary for moving to Chicago, create a packing list categorized by room, add contact information for utilities like water, electricity, and gas, and track quotes from moving companies in my inbox." Gemini actively reads your relevant emails and files, then constructs the spreadsheet automatically. This one pushes automation even further because the AI can actually populate the spreadsheet itself. Instead of manually typing data into rows and columns, Gemini can classify information, summarize it, and even pull real-time data from Google Search. Normally, you would manually look up deadlines, tuition fees, and application requirements for each individual university. With this new system, you can simply drag down a column, and Gemini fills the information automatically using data gathered directly from the internet. That means searching for information, organizing it, and entering it into spreadsheets can all happen autonomously. And just to show you how good this actually is, in a real-world spreadsheet editing benchmark called Spreadsheet Bench, Gemini running inside Sheets reached a success rate of 70.48%. That puts it ahead of other AI systems and surprisingly close to the level of a human spreadsheet expert. Now, the most interesting part of this entire update might actually be Google Drive. Drive has always been a basic storage system for files and folders. The problem is that most people do not organize their storage very well. After a few years, cloud drives become messy collections of hundreds or thousands of files. Often you'll remember what a document contains, but you cannot remember the exact file name or where it is stored. You might remember something like the presentation shown to the audit committee, or a document mentioning last year's revenue numbers. Traditional keyword search struggles in those situations because it only matches specific words. Google is introducing a feature called AI Overviews in Drive to completely fix this. Instead of relying on simple keywords, the system tries to understand your actual intention. You describe the document you are looking for in normal, everyday language, and the AI interprets what you mean. It then scans your files and extracts the most relevant results. So, your drive gradually becomes something closer to a personal knowledge base instead of just a simple storage locker. There is also another massive feature called Ask Gemini Inside. This allows users to ask complex questions across multiple sources at the exact same time. Documents, emails, calendar events, and web information can all contribute to the final answer. For example, someone could select all their tax-related files and ask, "What questions should I ask my tax advisor before filing this year's tax return?" Gemini analyzes the documents and generates a highly specific response based on the actual information inside your personal files, while Google is completely transforming everyday productivity tools with Gemini inside Workspace. The company also introduced something massive aimed at developers who are actually building these AI systems. This new release is called Gemini Embedding 2. Embedding models are basically the core piece of modern AI infrastructure. They convert information into mathematical vectors so machines can actually compare the meaning between different pieces of content. The previous Gemini embedding model focused only on text, but Gemini Embedding 2 expands that concept dramatically. It can map 5 different types of media into a single vector space. That includes text, images, video, audio, and PDF documents all together. Previously, developers needed separate models for different types of content. Now, they can process it all at once. The system can handle up to 8,192 tokens of text, 6 images, 120 seconds of video, and 80 seconds of native audio without even requiring a separate text transcription step. It can also process up to 6 pages of a PDF per request. Another massive challenge with embedding models is efficiency. These vectors can contain thousands of dimensions, which makes storing and searching through them computationally expensive. To solve this, Google uses something called Matryoshka representation learning. The default embedding size is 3072 dimensions. However, developers can now safely truncate the vector to 1536. Or even 768 dimensions, while maintaining strong accuracy. This means an AI system can run a blazing fast search using the shorter vectors across millions of items, and then just re-rank the top results using the full dimensions. It significantly reduces computer power without sacrificing accuracy. So, on one side, Google is transforming everyday productivity tools used by hundreds of millions of people. And on the other side, it is vastly improving the core infrastructure developers use to build the future of AI. Seeing both of these updates arrive at the exact same time shows just how aggressively Google is pushing Gemini across the entire digital ecosystem. Things are moving faster than ever, and keeping track of it all is exactly what I am here for. If you want to stay ahead of this insane curve and keep up with the most important tech news, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let me know what you think about these workspace updates in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.